Yo, I'm gonna do a little lesson on like fair value gaps. Before I kind of start, I just want to implement and let you guys know that this is crucial when it comes to fair value gaps and stuff like this, because some of the things that I might talk about just might fly over your head, and you might just look for it and be like, "Oh, it doesn't work." But I'm gonna say this: in order for these to work, in order for this to work, you need to have narrative. What I mean by narrative is know the draw on fucking liquidity. If you don't have a draw on liquidity, bro, I just don't know. If you don't know where price is going, then this is not gonna fucking work. Okay? So I didn't mean to cuss, but like I'm just saying, because there's a lot of people who are asking me questions. Oh, maybe, oh, this shit doesn't work or stuff like that. It's because they don't have context. They don't know why price is going to wherever your draw on liquidity is. What I mean by draw, I'm not talking about highs and lows. I'm not just talking about buy stops and sell stops. When I say liquidity, I mean order blocks, all the PDRs, all that type of shit. So I'm just gonna say, before you even start looking for this stuff, have a narrative. If you don't have a narrative, then you're lost. You're gonna get stopped out, right? So let me just get into it. So the kind of like, I don't want to say candle formation, but what you're looking for is basically a swing low to get broken. Now, a lot of people think that this is just like some hindsight stuff, or like, oh, I already know this, but I want you to just look and study, right? Me and my boy, we just stay in the Discord. We just be backtesting. We have a free, backtesting software that I have in my Discord, so we be in there just chilling. I'm not saying you should join. And it's not just some backtesting software like TradingView where you use the replay tool. It actually shows you your equity curve, all that stuff. I'm not here to promote that, but I'm gonna just get right into it. So the swing low, like kind of like formation that I'm talking about, is basically if you're bearish, right? Narrative. If you're bearish, you want to see a low that has a higher low to the left and a higher low to the right, right? So that is probably the fair value gap that you want to take. I know this is kind of weird, but I want you to pay attention to these highs. Pay attention to this H up here, right? And I want you guys to notice something. And you can see that it kind of comes back up right here, but it doesn't really tap into it. But this candle's high comes in at 1.09380, and then the next one comes in at 1.09385. So this fair value gap was tapped into, right, on the next candle. I'm not worried about all these, but this candle, it did come in. But this low is the low that you want to see get broken, right? And once you see that, you can take that fair value gap that it broke, right? Now, I'm telling you, this is going to fly over a whole bunch of people's heads. You have to have a narrative. If you don't, then you're lost, right? I'm just going to show you a couple more examples and probably just head off and stuff like that. But we have another one right here. Obviously, order flow is bearish. We have another fair value gap, and it's not really you just looking for them. It's you really anticipating it, watching price. You don't have to look for this stuff and take a trade off of them. Just watch price and you'll get the answers that you want, right? So now that we have another one right here, right? So we got a low, low, lower low, higher low. This is our swing low, right? So you see that we broke it, right? Context is bearish. And we see it that we come back and we tap into this fair value gap, right? If you would have chose this one and not get an entry, like, it's fine. That's completely fine. It happens, right? So now we still got another one, a low right here, right? It got a low, low, lower low, and a higher low, right? So that's the fair value gap that's likely you want to be taken if order flow is bearish, right? Bearish narrative. I'm gonna keep saying these things until it gets into people's heads. Just because I point something out does not mean you should just go look for it everywhere. It's probably coming from narrative, right? So we have the same formation here. We have a low, lower low, and a higher low, right? And you can see that this fair value gap was traded to. So I know it really looks hindsight, but majority of the videos that I'm probably gonna drop, like you'll see like even in the lives or the recordings I do, you'll see that I probably take some type of things, like some of these things that I probably am going to explain in the future. But you can see that we come down, come back up. It's the same pattern over and over again until we hit our draw on liquidity, right? Now I'm gonna just show you one example on the upside, then I gotta go. So we have this high right here, high, higher high, high, right? Pretty sure that this is some type of draw on liquidity. This looks like a market maker buy model, right? Especially current price. You see that we came in right here, swing high, drop down, went go higher. Like I said, this isn't something you just look for and you just like, oh, let me look for that swing high, swing low, get broken, fair value gap. No, narrative. Narrative is the most important thing in the world, bro. But yeah, that's just going to conclude this video. I did say market maker buy models and stuff and market maker models, but I'll get into that maybe in later videos. But yeah.